All right, so let's jump right into this. We just got the new patch notes for the upcoming Season 2 of Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2, DMZ, all of that. Let's take a look at what they have in store for us. Hopefully, it is substantial because the game is not in a great place at the moment. Let's see here. Crashes and stability. We remain dedicated to improving the overall stability. Hey, okay. They'll go into more detail on February 15th, they said. Or ahead of that. That's when the update is. But hey, that's good to see. It's one of the biggest problems right now, as far as people just not even able to play the game. Always a problem. Audio, global. Data suggests that some PC players may be experiencing audio issues. That's definitely been the case that I've heard from multiple people and myself. They're talking about forcing PC to stereo, so maybe there's some kind of a issue where we're not getting true stereo out of the game, which would make sense as to why we can't hear maybe directional audio sometimes. So that's a good thing to see as well. UI, cleaning up the user interface, that sounds good. Overall flow of in-game menus, that sounds good already. Improved navigation of the camo menu. It's a lot of camos, and it's kind of weird the way they have it now. More polished social tab, that's fine. My bundle screen, don't really care. Quick equip from items from bundles, that's fine. Reticle previews in the store and the gunsmith, that's pretty big there. That's really nice to see. Improved clarity of attachment, blocking logic. This is a big deal. So this is like right now, if you have like some barrels won't let you run a suppressor, or some stocks won't let you run a rear grip, things like that. That's good. It's just right now, sometimes it's not clear. Many more bug fixes. Instant speed of recent player in the menu. So this is a big deal for me. This is if you run into a cheater or someone that is being ridiculous that you want to report. Right now, you can't do it unless unless they kill you and you report from that screen. They don't show up in your recent players until like days later. This should fix that, hopefully. Status refresh of friends, which is good. That's just a lot of times it'll show your friends offline when they're not. This should fix that, hopefully. The experienced improved after action report with audio. I don't know what the with audio means, but the improved after action report is a big deal. That's nice to see. This is enormous. It's a small feature, but it's a huge feature. Play again feature in Battle Royale. That means that when the game ends, there will finally be a button where you can just click play again and you don't have to go to the main menu to start over. That is big. That I'm really happy with. Bug fixes for inconsistencies in challenges, battle pass. That's all just good to see. Cleaning up some bugs. Weapon balancing. Let's see what they have to say here. Weapon balance is something we are always analyzing, and we will be balancing weapons for Season 2 just like any other seasonal. Let me clear that. Seasonal or mid-season update. Details on the weapon balancing can be found in the upcoming Season 2 launch patch notes. We're excited to discuss some of those changes to armor below. Okay, so they're going to tell us more about the weapons later, but we'll get armor down here in just a minute. All right, so here's our big Battle Royale changes. The Gulag. We had heard already from some tweets that it was going to 1v1, and it looks like it will. We're returning with the launch of Season 2. Players will see the return of the original Warzone overtime mechanic. Flag style control. Okay, no more jailer. That's good to see. In order to bring this online sooner, we have edited the existing Season 1 Gulag for better 1v1 combat, but are actively working on dedicated... Okay, so they're changing the map slightly to make it work better for 1v1, probably condensing it, I would imagine. But then they're going to make a new map later, it looks like. Made some logistical changes to the Gulag experience. Ground loot has been revisited, as well as the loadouts that players will spawn with. Okay, so maybe new guns in the pool. Updated the pool to include assault rifles, subs, and light machine guns as primary weapons as the circle progresses. So it'll change during the game, maybe. Oh, that's good. So when you come back in, you'll have a different type of gun, maybe. Shotguns have been removed. That's fine. Handguns will remain in. Okay. That's actually kind of a neat little feature. I didn't think of that. So early game, maybe you come back with a pistol because that's what most people have. Late game, maybe you come back with an AR, so you're not out of everything. I like that actually. For those leaving the arena victorious, the Gulag will grant a larger cash reward to players. This change to cash will... Hey, there we go. Easier regains. That's good to see. That's already been hard enough on the regain for most of this. That's a good feature. Alongside increased victory cash rewards mentioned, Gulag will now spawn cash as ground loot. Look at that. Huh, so you can even find some in the Gulag. That's interesting. I don't know how, I wonder how that will work, but cool to see them trying some stuff, and that's fine. This all sounds like a big W right here. Cash economy. So this is back into the regular game, into the BR. In addition to the cash changes to the Gulag outlined above, we are balancing the economy with a slight reduction to cash rewards for contracts. But we are increasing. There we go. Yeah. So the lowest value that you would ever find on ground loot was like $100, and then in cash registers it was $5s, I guess. Now it's going to be $8 on everything. That's good to see. A lot easier to regain that way, and just easier to get your stuff to start with, which is always good. Ground loot containers, white strongholds, supply boxes, but will not be found in basic and legendary boxes. I don't know how that will end up working, but we'll see. They're thinking that it's going to be enough of a difference that it will work. So maybe their numbers will show that. Shifting away from loot windows. Yeah, so everything's going to pop out now, and everything should be on the ground. I think when you kill an enemy or whatever, it's not going to be, it's just all going to be floating loot on the ground now. So should make it easier to grab exactly what you want. Little worried about stacking. We've already had some issues where we lose stuff in walls, stuff on top of each other makes it hard to loot. Hopefully this spreads stuff out enough that you can still pick stuff up as you want, but it looks like a good idea. New backpack system gives players agency to customize their inventory for desired playstyle with the role of the squad. Medium and large backpacks will no longer be available. And eliminated players will drop loot onto the ground rather than loot-filled backpacks. Every player will have the same backpack throughout the game. That's a big change. Yeah, that is a big change. So they're definitely getting rid of trying to get rid of the four stack self-revives. This looks like it's just changing right back to what it was in Warzone 1. That's pretty wild. Weird to see that. That's, I think, maybe a good thing, but weird to see such a big change. Let's see. Loadouts have always been a core part of the Warzone's Battle Royale, and something we pay close attention to. The changes players have seen with the launch of Warzone 2, and since then, have ultimately been in pursuit of the most fulfilling experience for the individual and the team. Okay, blah, blah, blah. We're introducing, hey, there we go, customizable perks. Finally, we get that in Season 2. It only took us 6 months to get what we wanted. We want to make sure that the perks are balanced and all that. That's fine, but we will get to pick which ones we want, which are good. Primary weapons will continue to be available to buy at buy stations, but more affordable now, so even easier to get. That's nice to see. They're good with the loadout drop markers. That's staying in. We're changing maybe the price points. Slightly reduced. There we go. So we get our loadies even a little quicker. This is all sounding great so far to me. 3-plate vests. We're continuously evaluating the pace of combat engagements and have decided to make a change. All players will now start with 3 plates. Varying the size of the vest will no longer exist. This standardization, hey, there we go. And maybe this gets rid of that. There was like this, nobody had really, I think, found out if it was true or not. But there was this thing that was saying where, like, if you, sometimes when you plated up all the way to full, it was still only registering you having 2 plates. Maybe this will get rid of any of those kind of weird feelings. Movement. We've made an important tweak to movement. Starting with Season 2, players will be able to bust through doors while plating. Okay, that's nice. This change includes a slight increase to movement speed while plating. Okay, so maybe we're not getting a full sprint while we plate, but we are getting a little bit of a speed increase, and we can go through doors, which is nice. That's a pretty big deal. Spawn locations have been added and adjusted. Good. We need way more buy stations on the map. They will be static. Okay, so they're going to be there everywhere, and there's going to be unlimited loadies in each one. Like it. Sounds good. We're committed to providing a balanced engagement for players who choose to enter strongholds. Change the word player. Changes to the rewards players receive. additional adjustments to AI combat and damage. I'm glad to see that. Hopefully that gets easier slightly, because that can be oppressive sometimes. But I'm wondering what they're going to change the rewards to be. That seems weird. You're getting your loading now. What could they give you that would be better than that? I don't know, but it's interesting. I tell you what, in the comment section, if you can think of something cool that they might give us, maybe skins or something. I don't know. DMZ, tuning the enemies. That's good to see. I'm just going to go over this real quickly. We're mostly worried about the BR here. New spawn points, good. Difficulty tuning. I've read about this. So now you can maybe kind of set things a little easier if you want to when you load in. Sounds good. Crashes, I know that has been an enormous issue. I would like to see as I'm running through here, but I doubt that they are going to add. I would really like to see a rejoin off of a crash. Don't know why we can't have that in the game yet. New missions, good. New locations, new exclusion zone, and extra option to deploy, which sounds good. Multiplayer, again, fixing the audio, perk balancing, weapon balancing. This was one that was kind of weird to me. They're replacing Tier 1 with Hardcore, which is what everyone, I think, wanted to begin with. So I don't know why Tier 1 was ever a thing. It's fine. I mean, I got through my camo grind already, so it doesn't affect me. But I think traditional hardcore players will be happy to see that hardcore is coming back. And let me read what this says, because I'm excited about this. Last week, we confirmed that rank play with Treyarch and Call of Duty League and Infinity Ward is coming Season 2. Okay, so just details prior to launch coming, good. But it does seem like it will be coming in Season 2, which I'm super excited about. I actually do want to play that quite a bit. Looking ahead, these are just some of the changes. Expect more information. Overall, I am very, very happy with everything that seems to be in this. Looks like we're at least headed in the right direction. With the way that this game has been launched and been kind of handled since launch, it's probably a little early to be too excited about this, but it looks like we are at least headed in the right direction with the right trajectory, and I'm excited to see these changes here in a couple weeks. If there was anything in here that you really liked or didn't like, let me know in the comment section. I'd love to know what you guys think about these changes coming up, and if you were excited about these and to get into Warzone 2 again. Other than that, we'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.